month of the season, Annie. But the Suns riding with a different level of confidence, especially here on the home floor.
And certainly that win the other night against Sacramento does help your confidence. And whether you win or lose, you got to forget that game.
O'Neal sets up the flyby on SGA. Can't connect on that one.
Now, Dillon Brooks was saying before the game, we hit shots, we got a good chance.
Yeah, if you're missing wide open looks, too many of them, the Thunder will make you pay, as SGA able to slip inside, get it off the glass.
He is so dangerous when he gets inside the lane.
Well, they live in the paint as a team, and it starts really with him. They come in almost 54 points per game in the paint. Good for 8 in the association. Gillespie, little dribble hesitation, gets inside, drops it off to Williams. Jammed up and stripped there. We'll get a whistle and a pass. Golden State 131-94, the final in that one. Gillespie, great screen, works all the way to the basket.
Yeah, he got that little extra edge using that screen off Williams and beat the defense.
And that's going to be so pivotal tonight for Collin to take advantage of those scoring opportunities and to do it early, what that can do for number one.
And this will be a big plus too. Getting the boards, they out-rebounded them in that first game, 51-37, which was huge. Continue to hit the boards, especially on the offensive end.
Booker driving past Wallace.
No foul.
Boy, that's two very delayed calls, and that's 2 quick fouls now on Wallace. So that goes along.
It's getting to the free throw line.
Wallace, #1 of the league in steals, as we get a look at the keys to the game.
And then ball movement. That is about assists. That's about taking care of the basketball. You know, watching your passes, get good ball fakes, good ball movement.
Here's a hometown product, Jalen Williams. Kicks it onto the trailing Chet Holmgren. And Holmgren really has been the problem.
And, you know, they're a team that is kind of like 5 out. And he's athletic enough where he can shoot the 3. And he's long enough where he can defend inside.
Holmgren named the Western Conference Defender of the Month for the month of December. As Brooks driving, scoops it inside, but there's those long arms and quick hands of Holmgren, who gets the steal. Holmgren glides down the lane, drops it off in traffic to Dort, who hits the pull-up.
And that was going to be a tough pass. Dillon Brooks did a nice job getting inside, but once you're up in the air, you might as well just come down and make it a dead ball turnover if you're going to turn it over rather than the live ball. Because this is a team, OKC, they run. They like the fast break.
Sidestep 3 for Collin, just off the mark. Rebound, Dort. Dort had a chance to get over to his alma mater yesterday. ASU taking on Colorado. Caught up with Bobby Hurley and some of the company as the Suns generate the early OKC turnover. Booker on the dribble hesitation, floats a pass, corner look from Gillespie. And the kind of look that you need to have against this club as Wallace misfires. Gillespie coming on another 15-point scoring game. Brooks driving. Gets inside. How about the left-hand delivery? Holmgren waiting, and I think he stunned Holmgren when he shifted to the lefty.
When you're that good, you should be able to use that offhand.
Williams on the fade.
Well, he missed those first 19 games, but he's come back and really kind of taken his time, fitting into what is expected of him.
Season low 21 minutes Friday, just 12 points. Again, another game that they dominated. Book leaner inside, can't get it. Williams fighting for it.
And normally that's a shot that Booker uses the glass on.
Williams driving, glides right to the basket.
Yeah, Jordan Ott talked about, you know, we've got to secure the ball. When that ball goes up, and if there's a rebound, we either got to get it or get back on defense.
Yeah, Mark Daigneault talked about the Suns crashing the offensive glass and his team making that a focal point. Gillespie just short, back tap Williams, but it's Dort who controls.
And he's had good shots at the basket.
Here's Dort outside, but we'll get a defensive 3-second. SGA shooting 89% of the season this year. Talking about Jordan Ott and just the roster construction by Brian Gregory. Dort steps into the 3, spins out. 34% on the season. Brooks driving, big body on Williams, and we'll get that whistle. 18 points for Dillon on Friday night as we get a look at the health update. Has strung together a few 5-on-5 workouts, so Jordan Ott said perhaps and hopefully might see him tomorrow night. Of course, tonight front end of a back-to-back.
Yeah, I think the back-to-back, and we'll have to see what the minutes restriction is too.
In Houston tomorrow night, Dort left all alone, nails the 3-ball. He is a guy that, kind of goes under the radar offensively, Andy, because of all the talent that they possess. But they are 18-4 when he is making 4 or more threes. And we've seen him do it countless times. Goody with a corner look, but spins out.
Suns 0 for 5 from three-point range, and all of them have good shots.
SGI met there defensively by Booker. Goes to the fade and gets the roll. 10-2 Oklahoma City run for a 14-7 lead. Over to Amanda, who's got more.
SGA had high praise for Dillon, saying he's one of the best teammates that I've had. He's a really good guy, easy to talk to, personable, no ego, and as crazy as he is on the court, he's the complete opposite off the court. So he said, I appreciate him more because he can just flip that switch and can do what it makes and really takes to win games. Everywhere he's gone in the NBA, the team seems to catch their stride, and he's turned things around for that team. He said, no coincidence there. He impacts winning and is a great person as well.
Yeah, I think that's the biggest thing that has stood out, especially when you listen to some of the comments from people league-wide. And that is that one statement, impacts winning, Annie. You look what he helped do in Houston in a short time there.
Well, on picture day, before training camp started, basically, was that Amanda was doing the interviews, as a matter of fact. And one of the questions was, a lot of people were concerned, how is Dillon Brooks going to adjust here with Devin Booker? And Devin Booker, he's the one that, opened up his hands and knew that Dillon likes to camp. He's a camper, so they went camping. And just to ingratiate him into this team from the outside and having that same kind of interest.
Alex Caruso checks in here. The Suns turn it over. That is their second. Oklahoma City with just one. That is the other thing that this Oklahoma City team does so well. Just number 2 in the league in turnovers. His Holmgren nearly lost the handle on that one. And able to get the roll, the shot over Williams.
Yeah, that first meeting, there were too many turnovers by these Suns, and that's what I was saying about taking care of the basketball, valuing those possessions. And not only just turning it over, it was the points that OKC was able to score off of them.
Booker working on Caruso, kicks it out to O'Neal. And way off the mark with that one. The Suns struggling with the 3-ball here early. 0 of 7. And they won Friday night, Andy, despite shooting just 25%, 8 of 31 behind the arc. They're 4-1 this season with shooting below 30, which is the best such record in the association. You can get by with that against the Kings. Yeah, that's not going to happen here against Oklahoma City.
No, and OKC shooting almost 67% from the floor right now.
Can't get the roll on that one for SGA. Suns in need of a bucket, trailing by 10. Back across to Goody. Sets a feed, fires for 3. And up and over the backboard is Jordan Ott will go to his bench here with.
Shoot 36% from threes right now, obviously struggling. 13th in the league.
Here is Caruso. Played just 11 minutes Friday. Holmgren on the drive. Met there by Iguodaro, and
was there contact?
Van Dyne, JT Orr. Holmgren can't get it done with a rebound. 17-4. Quick pull for 3 for Booker, off the mark. Suns one of their last 8. Dunn couldn't quite get there. As Gillespie quickly checks back in.